SAVA, Saurashtra Voluntary Actions. Holding hands to move ahead. India is a great country with its centuries-old history and traditions. Among states in India, Gujarat is a unique state with its magnificent cultural traditions, heritage and beliefs. Saurashtra region, lying in the western part of Gujarat, has its own pride and dignity. Having more than 200 erstwhile princely states in the region, even after more than half a century of their merger with the Republic of India, the people of Saurashtra still possess their own princely spirit, and this is reflected in their generosity and hospitality. Unfortunately, this princely spirit does not allow the people in this region to unite and work together even for their own self-interest. Casteism, caste-based discrimination and social differences have thwarted the progress of this region. Economically and socially backward communities like Ahir, Mir, Satwara, Sagar, Vagar, Bhanvad, Bagri and Gameti mainly inhabit the Jamnagar district. Saurashtra Voluntary Actions, SAVA, is a non-governmental organization established in 1995 with a mission to resolve problems related to poverty and underdevelopment through people's organizations and make efforts to help marginalized communities get the benefits of the progress, especially in the rural areas. Shri Bhimsi Ahir, who started this organization with Shri Hitendra Vagani and Miss Pramila Rajan, has worked with an NGO in Ahmedabad to achieve new fields of change in society. At present, along with Shri Bhimsi Bai, Shri Ashwin Rawal, Miss Padma Desai and Shri Hitendra Vagani work as trustees of SAVA. The main objectives of SAVA is to apply efficient management of natural resources for rural development and to bring communities to the path of progress by united efforts and to help the most marginalized and deprived communities to get the benefit of government-sponsored development schemes. SAVA's efforts are to guide people to carry out united efforts to achieve the common goal, that is progress of rural communities. SAVA also makes efforts to make women equal partners in the process of development. SAVA has taken up a survey of 205 villages in Jamnagar district, in Bhanvad, Khambhaliya and Kalyanpur talukas to understand the problems and issues of this area and to determine the priorities of these issues. The first issue SAVA took up was of the decreasing productivity of soil and depletion of groundwater level. This region is rich in minerals and also possesses a long sea coast. Both excessive cash cropping during the last few decades and mineral-based industries in the region have adversely affected the soil by increasing its salinity. Moreover, the region has low natural water conservation capacity, which has proved disastrous for local people. A number of environmental related problems too have emerged. SAVA is working for the backward population of the area. 78% of the population in these 3 talukas comprises of socially backward communities. During a survey, it was found that the education facility for backward families was not sufficient. There were schools, but the level of education was far below standard. SAVA, as an organization, started coaching classes for primary students in villages of Bhanvad, Kalyanpur and Khambhaliya talukas. The villagers collected contributions to run classes. Children's education has improved due to these classes. The child studying in 2nd or 3rd standard in a village school hardly learns anything, not even basic arithmetic tables, whereas children in these classes have also learned subjects like Hindi and even English. Now SAVA, instead of running parallel classes, has started paying attention to strengthen the formal government-run schools. Efforts are made to raise awareness among people regarding the need for education. In addition to that, efforts are made to raise awareness regarding the efficiency of the democratic structure. People are told that they are no longer subjects to some ruler, because India is a democratic country. Gram Vikas Mandals have been formed, which work towards conservation of natural resources like water, land and vegetation. These groups have villagers as members, and the president, secretary and other office bearers are also selected from the group itself. At present, there are 34 village development groups. The approach of SAVA as an organization is to encourage and motivate people to form self-help groups, to carry out water harvesting activities and to bring about overall development of the village. People are encouraged to handle and solve their local issues through their local organization, having representation of each and every religion and community. This organization, called Gram Vikas Mandal, carries out activities for the development and progress of the village. Residents of Thakar Sherdi village in Khambhaliya Taluka have presented a noteworthy example. In cooperation with SAVA, the villagers took an initiative and developed a pasture for the cattle in the village. Fodder for cows. Sorghum was sown to grow fodder for cows. As people are initiated, the efforts of development through their participation to fulfill their social and economic needs, their standard of life has improved. SAVA has achieved remarkable success in construction of small check dams, well recharging and development of watershed area through village institutions. In some cases, SAVA contributed for the materials and the beneficiaries contributed equally through labor. We pay 40% and government pays 60% in the other system. But there used to be much confusion in paperwork. Then Anjan Bhai met us. He said, SAVA will help. You take up the work. Thus, we do the labor and SAVA gives us the cement, mason's wages, etc. This is more comfortable than the SORTI scheme. In watershed development activity, SAVA's remarkable success is the check dam constructed on Sorti River at Moti Kokri village in Khambhaliya Taluka. Earlier, the farmers made attempts to build the check dam on the river through the government scheme, but not much response came through. Then the farmers took up the project themselves, and with SAVA's encouragement, they agreed to contribute for materials and labor. As this dam was quite large, it was an expensive project. With SAVA's cooperation, the Village Development Committee agreed to pay 38% of the total cost. Thus, with the local people's zealous cooperation, the dam was prepared at half the estimated cost. People were making demands to the government to construct a check dam. Many years passed, but nothing came up. The farmers did not get any benefit whatsoever. They then went to the district panchayat. They were supposed to construct the dam. That too did not happen. Then they came to know about SAVA. We talked to the president and secretary in the village. They said our village comes under Khambhaliya check dam area. A dam can be built there too. About 17 to 18 beneficiaries wanted the dam. This dam is not made by the government. Many works were undertaken under MERC project at Aga Khan Foundation, New Delhi. This project, along with many other projects like well recharging, pasture land development, women's self-help groups, were taken up under that project. We can get water to irrigate our crops in case rains are delayed. This is possible because the dam will be filled in the rains. The check dam constructed at Pastor village in Bhanvad Taluka is also an excellent example of people's participation. This dam was constructed in 1997. We get almost double the quantity of water. Earlier, it was 10%. Now, it is 20%.
This is very beneficial to us. We can get water to irrigate our crops in times of scarcity, so that crops are saved. Now, farmers can take 3 crops in a year. Earlier, they took only 1 crop.
Their smiling faces tell the truth. I believed that we can do worship by going to a temple and praying to God. But when I got involved in SAVA's activities, I started going to people's homes and fields and worked with them. I received so much of their love that I feel touched. I wanted to do a government job. I was disappointed when I did not get one. Then I joined SAVA. I like it. I get satisfaction from this work. One more feather in SAVA's achievement is to promote organic farming in groundnut in the area. Groundnut fetches good prices in the international market. The Institute of Market Ecology, Switzerland, has certified the land for this. SAVA played an important role in acquiring this certificate. As a result, the farmers of Jodhpur village in Kalyanpur Taluka could get very high prices for their organically produced groundnut. This certificate is issued to very few cases and it is considered an important achievement. The great benefit is that the farmers get 20% premium on the prevalent market price. Economic benefits are the concrete results of SAVA's activities. More than these benefits are the benefits of the improved relations among rural communities. Casteism and caste-based discord and discrimination is quite prevalent in the rural areas of this region. Due to the efforts of SAVA, people have now started getting united for the development of their villages in a more democratic way. Moreover, gender differences also have somewhat diminished. SAVA has brought people closer and their mutual relations have become more congenial. Apart from physical benefits, this benefit also is of no less importance. SAVA, during its survey and in personal contacts with the communities, has noted that among the backward communities, Charan community was the most backward. The majority of Charan families have no house to live in. SAVA thought of merging them into the economic structure of the village and to rehabilitate them. Thus, with SAVA's efforts, Charan families in Nagda village of Khambhaliya Taluka got benefits of Sardar Awas Yojana, under which each beneficiary gets ₹30,000 to construct their house. In addition to this financial assistance, the beneficiary families too made a contribution worth ₹14,000 through labour. Water, sand and labour were from us. Some housing contracts were given to Gram Panchayats or contractors, but these houses are of A1 quality. SAVA has proved a boon to the local rural communities in their struggle against poverty and other issues. This organization has made women too participate in this process of social change. SAVA has organized rural women under savings and credit groups. 51 groups are promoted in the district.
We get information to try out new things. A lot of new things are known to us through your contacts. How can we know while sitting inside the home?
These groups are encouraging women for small savings and internal credit facilities. Groups are also promoting entrepreneurial skills among its members. Group members are borrowing money to buy milch animals or initiate cottage industries.
We are thinking of petrol pump. We will need money for that. We have to meet collector for that. SAVA members will come with us. If we don't get license immediately, we might have to purchase barrels.
Self-help groups are enabling rural women to move ahead with self-respect and pride. The groups are restoring their self-esteem. SAVA team members are not only workers, they act as change agents for rural society. A social entrepreneur in the true sense. Each member is properly oriented to bring positive and desirable change expected by SAVA in rural society. Open atmosphere, ample scope for creativity and feeling of contentment are prevailed in the organization. SAVA doesn't have vast buildings or huge campus. It is working in a modest office in a residential area in Jamnagar city. But SAVA lives in the hearts of hundreds of people for whom it is working. The organization and its activities are being supported by the Aga Khan Foundation, District Rural Development Agency Jamnagar, District Panchayat Jamnagar, Indo-German Social Service Society, Fairdale, Germany, NABARD, Kaparth and Development Support Center. The organizational structure of SAVA is three-tier. The activity of the organization has spread to 50 villages of Jamnagar district. SAVA has been changing its perspective of work in tune with the changing national level perspective of development. SAVA has been providing assistance in generating village development groups and their execution. Creating networks for solutions of local issues and problems, provision of resources, developing awareness regarding rules and regulation to rural communities. If people's organizations are strong, permanent solutions to many problems and issues can be found. At present, the basic issue is unity of the people. And first of all, we need to achieve that. There are challenges before us, but ours is a continuous movement. SAVA has been moving ahead on the path of progress, and our journey shall go on and on and on.